Why is everyone fighting when the system's completed? It's legal in Canada, it's legal in certain states, illegal in others. It's illegal federally in the United States at the federal level. And there's websites that everything is, you got the legal websites for the legal framework, and you have the websites for stopping the illegal. Everything's been taken care of. I'm the guy talking to you. How dareth you go against me? And that's what I mean. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. This is the world. It's the same world. It's the world that we live in. It's not a game. But at the same time, don't stop yourself from living in this world or enjoying this world or doing what you need to do in this world. Or how about using your skills for good in this world? It's a world. I mean, the reason why you say game is because there's so much to do in this world, it's almost like a game. And I love gaming and I love entertainment, and that's why we have many gaming facilities and things all around this nation and all around actually the world for that matter. And there's many things to do, many things to see, and nothing's stopping you from doing it except yourself. If you're in a bad position financially, it's your responsibility to get yourself out of that legally. The Statue of Liberty. I really hate people that are quick to talk, quick to make judgment. And the Statue of Liberty represents more than a few things. You know, she carries the torch to provide the light or whatever that because it provides light and it shines the light upon many of things. I believe she holds a book, which is a book containing some sort of scripture that's is in regard to the justice system or freedoms for that matter. The slogan you hear is liberty and justice for all, or uh, free at last, free at last. Liberty generally means, well, being a liberal. There's many different variations of the word liberty. The state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Liberal Party of Canada, where my cousin happens to be the leader of that, Justin Trudeau. I've never met him, but he's my cousin through nomenclature and whatnot. We talk and whatnot. And it's hard for a lot of people to understand the reality of what age we are now and what position he's at now. And sometimes we go back and we think retrospectively, and that could be seen as a disability, kind of bringing the retrospective mind state to the reality, which is annoying, and it happens all the time because I started out young. So did Justin. He started out extremely young too, and some older ones in politics, especially in the United States, a lot of people are older when they start becoming official in politics. Look at Donald; he's quite old, comparative to Justin, you would say. But what is age anyway? When you get older, you start to realize age is an experience number for sure, and the amount of years and also the amount of power that you have in the world too could be potentially, if you took advantage of the time that you've been allowed to be on Earth. It's the time that you've been allowed, that God's allowed you to be on Earth, basically, or the time that you've survived on Earth, whichever way that you survived. But I've never seen the Statue of Liberty in person, but it's one of my favorite figures, and it was a gift from France, I believe, and they accepted it, and then they shipped it over and something like that. And Originally, it was a different color. I believe it was bronze, and then it rusted to a green color because bronze, when it oxidizes, it turns green in certain circumstances, or copper and things of that nature. It's a colossal neoclassical sculpture on Liberty Island in New York Harbor within New York City. Oh, it's a copper statue. Yeah, I said bronze. That's a mixture of copper and steel, I believe. Let's see. I like copper. Copper's always been a really nice metal. My dad was big into copper, loved copper as well. He was a plumber and he always had copper pipes around. Oh, a lot of copper pipes my dad did. He loved using copper piping. When I see copper pipes, it reminds me of my father, John Slote. He always had many copper pipes in the back of his van. He always had, well, he was always either looking for a copper pipe or he already had one a lot of the time. I've had my experience with copper pipes. I remember when one exploded due to temperature at a house I rented before. It didn't explode, but it split open and the water came coming out. Got to really watch the temperature with the copper pipes because they're highly, I was going to say susceptible to the temperatures or whatever, but I think it has something to do with their molecular structure. Whenever it hits a certain temperature, it cracks and whatnot, or something like that, or the molecules move a certain way that it can break and whatnot. I don't know, but copper, yeah, you got to really watch it with the heat and everything. It has a certain melting point, a certain freezing point to it, and whatnot. Which is so that's why you use copper pipes in more of an area that is going to be temperature controlled, and then you use PVC piping and stuff generally in other areas and whatnot, or steel. Uh, I still have a lot to learn when it comes to metals, alloys. Where was I? Oh, we were talking about being liberal, and the liberty and Statue of Liberty, and what liberty means. A big thing in America is freedom, and Canada for that matter too. Because I'm got the best of both worlds, and that's my political opinion. Is that I believe Canada should be a free country, just like America for the most part. For the most part, yeah. I looked up to their values down in the United States. They had great values down there when it came to having a chance of being a person and or having a chance to even become successful and enjoy life monetarily. They got that free market economy, or what is it? It's called capitalistic, or whatever, capitalist. But it's a type of free market economy. In economics, a free market is a system in which the prices for goods and services are self-regulated by buyers and sellers negotiating in an open market. In a free market, the laws and forces of supply and demand are free from any intervention by a government or other authority, and form all forms of economic privilege, monopolies, and artificial sacrifices. So basically, that means anybody that has the effort or the money to do so, or whatever, can start a business, make as much money as they want legally without persecution from any government or any authority. That's the systematic process of things. The police, well, they're paid by our taxes to protect us because it basically comes down to, do you have money? Are you paying the bills? All that comes down to the money. It doesn't come down to anything else. So you could be Thomas Perron-Slote, come from nothing, but you start this business that's making money. You're paying your bills. Everything's good. People are happy. People are making money with you and all that. The police are there to protect you. That's their job. That's why they get their $25,000 a year. That's why they get their money. And it